All right, well, you're gonna meet Chef Curtis Stone in just a few moments, but gals and guys, if you are looking for the last, the best bakeware, the last, the best cookware, the best roasting pan, stock pan that you will ever use, ever need, you have to get our today's special. I'm just grateful that we have any of these because Chef does this once a year and once a year only, and to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't get to air it last year. He made it better though. Not only does it have his famous #1 DuraPan coating, which is really what made him our #1 line here at HSN. But there are 5 new world launch pieces. This stows neatly so you don't have to think, hey, it's 14 cooking bodies. It's not a bunch of tchotchkes and recipe cards. It's 14 cooking bodies with the cook and look lids. It's bakeware, roasting, cooking, easy storing, but more importantly, I don't care whether you're on cleanup patrol in your house or if you're the chief cook, you know, and bottle washer, we have something for everyone. Now, I'm gonna jump right to the chase. I'm gonna take you on a tour of the pieces, but Allison, if it's okay, I'm actually gonna do sellout colors first. And so I know I'm kind of doing this in reverse, but part of the reason I'm doing that is I'm actually gonna order the cherry during this show. You can probably tell by my sweater. Red is my favorite color. However, I told Chef on the phone, he's got a beautiful gray kitchen with he and his gorgeous wife, Lindsay. They've got a great kitchen. Red just makes everything pop, but this is a new red. It's like a candy apple red. It's a big, juicy, you know, gotta get it red. So that cherry red, it is a closed limited edition. I'm gonna say 10 minutes or 15 minutes or sell out. I have 700 of them. So there's that cherry red. Actually, I'll show it to you in the stock pot. So here it is in that cherry red. By the way, this is one of the new pieces, brand spanking new. Do you see how it just pops? Because I'm wearing a cherry red sweater. That's just amazing. Okay, ready for another sellout? 700 of you and 700 only. If you want our blue slate, now you know what's so interesting? Let me show you this. The blue slate, I actually have his traditional red and blue kitchen at home. Do you remember those girls in the city? One of my favorite outfits that Carrie wore, it was a cherry red. I still remember cherry red pants and like a slate blue blazer. I actually did a little screenshot. I love that color combination. Slate blue, Allison, I think I only have 230. Is that right? So 230 only on the slate blue. Let me show you white. Poor Savannah, she's been on the air 5 minutes and she's already tearing everything apart. There's the white. It's almost kind of like a nice creamy white. The way this is designed, it's always going to look white. White, we have only 800. So you get kind of the general crux of things. Then, if you want our slate gray is what Curtis is kind of known for. I guess Curtis Stone gray, if you will. On that gray, I think we have, Allison, just a little over 1,000. As you can see, I mean, obviously these are going. There's your black, and then I'll just show you the reds in comparison. So you can see the difference between our traditional red and then the new lipstick. Gotta have it, gotta get it, that robust cherry red. There's your traditional red, always our most popular. There's our, that cherry red, that closed limited edition. And then let me show you, oh, actually, I'm sorry, I grabbed the turquoise. I'll show you the difference. Here's your turquoise, which is always our #1 color. The blues are selling out because the classic blue sold out earlier. And then here it is with the slate, the blue slate. So there's your turquoise, there's your blue slate, if you guys can see. So the blue slate, we're actually looking at last 200, cherry red, final 700, but what are you getting? After today, after the stroke of midnight, we're raising the price by almost $70. We are paying for your shipping. There are extended holiday return policies, so you can actually try this as you buy this until the end of January. This is one of our world launch pieces. It's the Goldilocks stock pot. It is 5 quarts, so I don't care if it's soups and stews and chilies and all those comfort foods that we're doing right now. There's his proprietary nonstick. That's one of the reasons he became our #1 brand here at HSN. Everything outside of that brand new griddle I'll show you in a moment is induction and every oven, every stovetop. Cook and look lid. Then let's just talk about saute pans. Here's that cute, well, this is your cute little griddle, whether it's an egg for one or a hamburger, scrambled eggs, you know, little hash browns for the kids, whatever it might be. Yes, you can bake in it. It's just not induction friendly, but it's 5.5 inches. Here's your 9.5 inch fry pan. To me, that's the sweet spot. That's the one that you will probably use every day. Then love, love, love. Here's another new piece. That is your oversized 11-inch griddle. So again, if we're talking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you'll use this for everything. Here's your 1.5 quart. The 1.5 quart, I don't care if you're baking a cornbread in this or pouring out a gravy or a spaghetti sauce. We love that pour spout and that cook and look lid and the colander. Here's the perfect size on the 2.8, basically a 3-quart saucepan. And then, as if that weren't good enough, you're getting a roasting pan. Look at this roasting pan. It's deep, it doesn't ping like some of those, you know, little tchotchkes that we get. Yes, you could bake, yes, you could roast prime rib, your turkey, your chicken, your holiday ham. Here's your 9x13 sheet pan and then your micro pan. And you are getting all of it. Oh, and then, how did I forget my favorite pan? This is this new Saute. I love this size. I love this shape. Whole point is though, you gotta get it while we have it. Red, I'll let you know when it's officially gone. Now fewer than 700 of the red. If you want the slate blue, I'll show you the difference again. The slate blue, we have 200 only, Allison. 200 only in this is slate blue. That's turquoise. So that's slate blue or blue slate, and that's turquoise. But without further ado, you gotta meet our Michelin man, our #1 brand. He does this for one day and one day only for us here at HSN. Chef Cardestone, I gotta tell you, Chef.
You're too relaxed for me, Shannon. You're not high enough energy. Come on. Darling, I've been cooking all day. I've drunk way too much coffee, so I hope you're ready, because I've got 2 hours with you, and we're about to blow the roof off it, because we've already had a wonderful day. So many of people have already picked up on our today's special. I'm holding up my beautiful 5-piece utensil set. You get a spatula, you get 2 spoons, you get a chopper, and you get a turner. I'll be using it for the next 2 hours. I'm with you. That incredible oven, and I know we're very limited on some of the colors, but that incredible oven, I always save the best for last, Shannon, and we saved it for you. First time we're airing it today, okay? And the cookware, I promised you I'd have some left, and we have just a handful. So here we go. Let's start cooking. Now, I'm doing a bolognese. I've got some of these gorgeous pork ribeyes. You've seen me cooking these today if you've been tuning in, but have a look at the caramelization. Let me crank the heat on this baby. Have a look at the caramelization we're getting on those beautiful pork ribeyes with some broccolini. Now, I put some eggs and bacon over here. And do your eggs and bacon slide around like that? Because if they don't, you've got the wrong cookware. Let me turn the heat up on that. I'm turning the heat up on everything, Shannon, because I'm ready to go. Look how they slide out. Now, into this pan, which is dry, let me crack an egg. Come on, Sebastian, wake up, darling. We're going to be cooking together tonight, mate. Here we go. Shannon, you can hear it. I'm already on fire, aren't I? So you can see how I throw that egg in there. Now, watch. That egg will slide around just like the last batch. I'm doing it in front of you so you know. If you have it at home, give us a ring. We want to hear your DuraPan story. You've been a part of this brand from the very beginning. I read every single review. I am the manufacturer, not just the face behind the brand. It is me. Yes, I manufacture it myself. I absolutely stand behind it, and so do the 2.5 million people that have got it at home. So give us a ring. Go read the reviews. We'd love to get you involved in our show. Now, one thing I will say, our silicone handles are getting very limited in some colors. If you want those colors to match back to the cookware, go ahead and grab it. Now, I threw a big chunk of beef in here, and now I'm using my chopper. This is one of the 5 pieces in my 5-piece utensil set, because what I'm going to do, my friends, is I'm going to make the most delicious spaghetti bolognese in about 20 minutes. It's very, very quick and simple. Shannon, I always get excited when I do a show with you, and I'm sorry if I'm coming out of the gates 100 miles an hour, but you know what I'm like. I get excited about what I do. I absolutely love cooking with you, and I love teaching everybody that cooking should be a pleasure and certainly not a chore. I mean, look at this egg, Dal. It's just gone in the pan, right? It needs just a second more. Just enough time for me to explain to everybody through the animation, and then we'll come back and we'll check that egg out. What's that sound like? Let's start. Okay, forged aluminum. Why do we use forged aluminum? Because it's strong. It's also a great heat conductor. So you get the heat even, you get the heat fast, which is super important, right? Then the next thing that I want you to understand is we put that stainless steel disc on the bottom of the pan. And the reason we do that is because we want it to be really strong. We want it to work on induction, on electric, on gas, you name it, and it will work on all of those surfaces. 5 layers of the DuraPan. This is the only place in the world that you will find it because we only sell it through HSN, so we can bring you guys crazy value. This is the best value set I have ever sold here at HSN, and there's 12,500 people that already have it at home, and only a few thousand more that can get it before the midnight stroke hits. Look at the bolognese sauce, and you can see how I'm getting that beautiful caramelization. And that's really important when it comes to cooking. You want the sweetness from the caramelization, and I love the chopper, not only for this, but also for great guacamole. All right, come back over to my egg. I told you I'd crack it, and watch what happened. Look at that. If you just let it sit there for maybe 30 seconds or 60 seconds, the egg will release like everything else releases, and I'll keep showing it to you. I'm just going to keep on cooking and cooking. Now, if you're looking up here and you're thinking, what are these beautiful things up the front? These are my trivets, you guys. They're roll-up dish racks. They go over your sink. They also go in the drawer and in your dishwasher very simply. But here's what you can do. You can bring your pan straight to your dining table, drop it on your trivet, and then, of course, you know, you'll be serving and you'll be protecting your dining room table as well as protecting your kitchen counters. I'm pulling those beautiful pork ribeyes out. My broccolini as well that I've gone ahead and grilled, looking beautiful. But check this out. Yes, stainless steel utensils will not scratch it, and that is something that I get pretty excited about. But here's the cleanup. Watch what I can do. I literally go on in there, I give it a wipe out, and look at that. It is spotless in seconds. I'm gonna do it again and again and again. I'm gonna continue to crank the heat, push this cookware, Shannon, and try my very best to beat it up. Watch what I'm doing next, and then I'm gonna give you the mic back, my love. Watch this. Hot, hot pan. Give me some Parmesan cheese. We're going to burn some cheese. And while that is burning, Shannon, I'm going to give you the floor because I know you've got important stories to tell people because we're about to sell out of a couple of colors, guys. Don't miss out on the color you want. That's the #1 complaint I get from my customers is they missed out on the color they want. So now's your chance. Well, we've got all bar one. We've only sold out of one so far. So dive on in, you guys.
Okay, I'm just shocked and delighted. First of all, I was telling Chef on the phone, we miss you. We're so fortunate we live in this kind of time in history where we can at least get a backstage tour of your fantastic, of course, you're a Michelin man, you're award-winning, you know, Gwen and your butcher shop and your test kitchen. But I'm shocked and amazed that we have any of the brand new closed edition cherry. Here's what my producer is telling me. We said 15 minutes, maybe another 10, and it will be gone. Last 500. Final 500. You can actually see if you love the movies like Snow White, think that lipstick, candy apple, cherry red, that gotta get it red. Here's how it compares to the traditional red. And this is a closed edition. By the way, when Chef has done closed editions and he only does this big set once a year and once a year only, they generally do not come back. They most certainly will not be back as a today's special. So 500 of you only can get that lipstick, gotta get it, juicy, robust red. There's our traditional red, always the #1 seller here at HSN. Then let me show you the blues. Now the traditional blue sold out early, but so our lapis blue is gone. But let me show you the turquoise and the blue slate. Now on the blue slate, Allison, we have fewer than 200, correct? So okay, fewer than 200, little more than 100 left on this slate blue or blue slate, potato, depending on how you look at it. And here's the difference between that and the turquoise. So the turquoise, always a top seller here. Regardless, it's all final call. And then let me show you the white, because the white, it's a really nice, almost like not quite a French vanilla white, but it's you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to baby it, whether it's housewarming, whether it's just for yourself. A lot of you I know are selecting this and splitting up the set. This is one of those new pieces. The white, I think, Allison, we have how many remaining? Last 800 of that white, so obviously they are going. If you can't decide, I'll put the blues back together here. Poor Hannah, she's like, you're making more work for me. Like, that's a big surprise. But there's that cherry red. We'll let you know when it's gone. Our Curtis Stone blue, so that stone gray is the next most popular color. 1,000 of you only. So 1,000 of you only can get that beautiful Curtis Stone gray. And then, of course, on the black, black is kind of an easy choice if you just don't know where to go. And then finally, we raised the price by $70 at midnight. Hey, I'm just gonna show Dixon something real quick here. A good portion of these pans will fit in your air frying oven. Here's actually one of the new pieces that we are debuting in this world launch set. Now, this is actually my favorite pan in the set. So this is that beautiful deep saute. You can see that it fits beautifully in here. Yes, it's all oven safe, 450 degrees without the lid. Then remember, you're getting the new 11-inch griddle. The 5.5, it's oven safe, but just don't put it on the induction. That's the only caveat there. 9.5-inch fry pan, 1.5 saucepan, basically a 3-quart saucepan with the lid. Your 5-quart, already showed you that beautiful saute, and then a whole baking system. A roasting pan that doesn't ping in the oven, the micro pan, the 9x13 sheet pan, and this show only. Remember, when you see Sarah at 12 midnight, bye-bye. You're spending almost $100 more for it. We're paying for your shipping now. And then the final thing that I'll show everybody, because this is a season where certainly we're cooking, well, first of all, we're cooking more in this time in history than we've ever cooked. But if you're thinking big batch chilies, if you're thinking Super Bowl, I know the World Series is on now, but you're cooking for a crowd or even cooking for one. I like to cook ahead for the week. I do a lot of bone broth. In that case, you probably want the big old stock pot. Now, it's almost never here at HSN. I'm not sure if all the colors are available or not, but my producer's like, she's like, what we have is what we have. So ask about that. It's a feature price. And then we also have the 8 quarts. You can see it in perspective. The 10-quart is the most popular. Chef, I'm gonna defer back to you because, of course, you are the star of the day. Cherry is not gonna make it to next hour. We knew that was gonna happen. Blue Slate will probably not make it to next hour. We knew that was gonna happen. Let's talk a little bit about your initiative with this. You're a Michelin man. We've seen you. You designed this cookware, didn't you?
Can I talk about my burnt cheese, Shannon? Because you were talking for so long, my cheese burnt twice, okay? Now, check this out. Look at this. It is black, 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 all right? And I threw a handful of Parmesan cheese. Now, of course, this would be a disaster, and you'd be soaking and scrubbing. But have a look at that. I can just wipe that burnt cheese out, and that is what's so incredible about this cookware. Yes, you're right, Shannon. I designed it. I came up with the actual coating. I wanted to make it the strongest coating that the world's ever seen, and we did it. And the reason we did it was because I'm a cook, and I'm sick of using stuff that doesn't work. It's that simple. Come over here with me to the oven real quick, because I've got things in here, and I've got a couple little toys I want to show you. These are rulers. They're also my rack pullers and my rack pushers. So you can push and pull on those racks. You can see how it works there. If you want to pull something over here, you can go and have a look at it like that. And then, of course, when you're done, you can push back. Now, I'll put magnets in them, so if you want to put them up here on something stainless steel, you can see that they hold really beautifully like that. So they're a great new toy that I absolutely love. And by the way, all of this incredible bakeware, Shannon, you are taking home in this cookware set. Now, I know we're saying it's a cookware set. By the way, that's beautiful nachos go straight onto my trivet. But check this out, because I'm going to show you how nothing sticks. Whether it's the DuraPan or I mean, look at that. I mean, I know, you blink and you miss it. Here's the deal. We use the same technology, and yes, the stainless steels will not scratch the stainless steels. The stainless steel won't scratch the cookware or the bakeware. I can wipe that clean, and look, I just cleaned the nachos. So let me just show it to you, though. If I come in here and show you underneath there, look at that beautiful baked-on cheese, and it just slides out, and it happens every single time. Now, Shannon, you mentioned a lot of this cookware fits in this beautiful little air fryer oven. It's an oven, it's a rotisserie. We're going to get to it, but let me show you something. If you want to jump the line, here's my gorgeous, this is the one you love, This is that little beautiful pan. And then, of course, we've got a little stuffing in here too for Thanksgiving, so I'll drop that on my trivet. Now, let me just go ahead and turn this out for you. I just go like that, and look, my pan is spotless. It happens with all the DuraPan time and time again. I'm gonna flip that over. I'm gonna actually use my electric knife, which, by the way, is cordless and available, you guys. It's like I'm trying to sell off my my brother-in-law, isn't it? The ladies, he's single too, by the way. So look at this. You literally just go on, you press the safety, you hit the trigger, you go on through no matter what it is you're cutting. I've gone ahead and done these beautiful little squares of frittata. You'll be carving your roast turkeys, of course, with that. Talking of which, I'm going back to the oven one more time because I've got some gorgeous roast pork. I'm going to pull this out of the oven. Again, drop it on my trivet. Now, this pan is coming to you in the set, right? So you get an incredible roaster. Now, over here, I've gone ahead and I've caramelized that meat. You can see how dark I've taken it, and I love that because you get that beautiful caramelization. Then I want to throw in some onions and some garlic. I've got my 3-compartment prep center right here, so I bring it over, get me some onions in there, give me a nice big spoon of garlic in there, even a spoon of parsley. Right, we go back with our utensil. This is one of the 5 pieces. I'm going to stir that around. Oh, I forgot to cook the pasta. Well, don't worry, this is my little trick. I hit the kettle. By the way, the kettle's available. In fact, we have over 100 products at hsn.com. So go shop the whole collection, you guys, because we haven't possibly got enough time to show it all to you. But here's my little trick. I hit the boil button on my kettle, which, by the way, has 5 different settings. You can take it to 5 different temperatures depending on which tea you're using. But if you want to bring it to a boil, you just hit one button. You'll see it happen right in front of you. And while we wait for that, I'm going to take my tomato sauce, combine it with my beautiful meat sauce. Oh my goodness. Oh, now look at what just happened. See what I did? I lifted the lid and then I put it all over my pot here. Where's the lid for where's the big lid here, Sebastian? Have we got a big lid for my, my saute pan? The pan's really hot. Is that the right one? No, I need a big one. Don't you love it when something goes wrong, Shannon? But I want you to see the mess I've made all over the countertop? That's because I had a lid and I didn't put it in my lid rest. All right, these guys have gone to get me a lid, and that's not going to take a sec. But here's what I did. See all the tomato sauce that was bubbling away? What I should have done is popped it in my lid rest, and then all the mess lives over here, not all over here. So I then don't have to go back and do all of this nonsense, all of the cleanup, because there's nothing worse than having to clean up. Wouldn't you rather, yes, thanks, mate, the mess live in where the mess should be? So, okay, now, I told you I had a secret, didn't I? You hit the boil on your kettle, that's going to come to the boil, and then as soon as it does, you stick it in a pot that you've preheated, right? So you can see how that comes to the boil, right? And by the way, yes, my kettle, it is available. I know how beautiful it is, isn't it? I'm going to bring it on over here, fill up a pot that's already preheated. So the second I throw my pasta into my stock pot, which, by the way, is this beautiful big, you call it the Goldilocks, Shannon, and you're right. It's not too big, it's not too small. Now, if you're looking for a big stock pot, guess what? We've got them. We've got the 10 quart, we've got the 8 quart. Yes, they're DuraPan, and they are available, so go to hsn.com. But I'm going to get back to my cookware set because we're getting really close to the wire, you guys. If you want it, don't delay. Go ahead and jump on. I know we're very busy on the phone lines. hsn.com is your way to cheat. It's your way to get to the line fast. I'm making a stir fry right now, and then I'll be quiet for a second, Shannon. I'll pass it back to you, but look at my stir fry sauce going in there. You'll be sauteing, boiling, blanching, steaming. You'll be roasting, you'll be baking. You'll literally do it all in this cookware set. And if you have your silicone handles, it'll make your life so much easier when you're going in and out of the oven. I mean, look at that gorgeous stir fry. I would serve that in the pan. Now, get a good look at it because the red's about to be gone. The cherry red, I think, is already gone, is it, Shannon? But the red's about to be right behind that. So from the stir fry, I'm going back to my oven and check this out. Beautiful, big, slow-cooked pulled pork. I mean, can you imagine serving this? Now, again, steamy hot lid needs to go in a lid holder, right? If you don't have one of these, you guys, a lid rest, go ahead and grab one. You can do with a couple of them, to be perfectly honest, in the kitchen. Next, I use my bear claws, and I go right on in here into my barbecue pork, and I pull that. Okay, Shannon, I'll be quiet.
Never, you know you're the star of the show, Chef, but I do have to do a quick quantity update. The
Sure.
race is on in terms of who is going to be the last and the only people to get that cherry red. It's a lipstick red, it's a cherry red, it's a robust red. You can see it really is a cherry red. Little more than 400 of you. Yes, yes, yes. And then, interestingly enough, because this is kind of my kitchen, if you want that blue slate, we have basically the last 100. So 150 of you only, blue slate. And when I say the race is on, this is kind of like one of my favorite characters in television, that Carrie, you know, those girls in the city. One of my favorite outfits of all time. She actually wore this color combination. I still remember. So regardless, those two colors in all likelihood will not make it to the final airing. Regardless, you're getting it now. You're getting it here before we raise the price and take away that free shipping at the stroke of midnight. So $70 more at the stroke of midnight. We do have apply and buy. You can take $20 off with our HSN card. You get 5 interest-free flex payments. That means it's basically a few dollars a piece, and you're getting it at home with free shipping for $38 and change. Split up the set, keep the pieces you want, deliver this across the miles. And real quickly, before we say hi to Carol in Arizona, don't forget the first and one of the only airings on the famous air frying convection oven. Now, what's interesting is all of the pieces are oven safe up to 450 degrees without the lid, and 400 degrees with the lid. But here's even that big 5.5 stock pot. The stock pot even fits in that air frying oven without the lid, and then you're going up to 450 degrees. So I hope you call early. Speaking of calls, Carol has been patiently standing by in Arizona. Carol, you're live at HSN. Please say hi to Chef Curtis. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Shannon. Hi, Chef.
How are ya?
I am just doing great, and I just had to tell people that I have everything from his peelers to his pots and pans to his bakeware to his air fryer. As a matter of fact, I waited forever to get an air fryer. I refused to buy anything Dutch because if Curtis Stone puts his name on it, you can bet it's good. And, you know, the display is wonderful, but until you get that in your hand and feel the quality, it's amazing.
Were you skeptical, darling, when you first got it?
In my kitchen. I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I had a question. Were you skeptical when you first got it home, my products? Were you thinking to yourself, is this really going to work as well as he says?
I was, absolutely.
I knew it.
Yeah, but I started off with the everything pan or everyday pan. That was several years ago. And that pretty much convinced me. And then it just escalated. And the quality is just unmatched.
Right. Well, I'm so glad. You know why I asked that question? Because I read so many emails from people that say, I had no idea. I didn't believe it. I was a skeptic, but I bought it because it was kind of a convincing demonstration. But then when they get it home, they're like, oh my goodness. I was just at the farmer's market recently and someone came up to me and they said, your pans, you can just cook an egg on it. You don't need any oil or butter. You get good caramelization. And I said, I felt like saying, I know, they're mine. I make them. But it's so cool to see people go through that process of getting it home, falling in love with it, telling their friends, and truly people like you are why I'm standing here. You've built this business for me because you go out and you tell everyone about it, you write the reviews, you've literally made us HSN's #1 brand. Every time I say it, I pinch myself because I can't quite believe it.
Well,
but
Carol,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Carol. I will say this, with the final 5 minutes in this hour, obviously, we love having you here. If you are channel surfing, this is a Find Your Merry weekend at HSN. We've been around, actually, we were the first home shopping channel in America. We've been around over 43 years. But collectively, out of all the great things that we offer and sell, Chef Curtis Stone, Michelin-starred chef, he is our #1 brand. You can only buy this here at HSN. It is his biggest set. It is his largest set. It's a cookware set. It's a bakeware set. It's a roasting set. I don't care if you're the chief cook and bottle washer, whether you're the one stuck doing the cleaning cooking or you're the one doing the cooking, I think we could all agree we've done more cooking in 2020 than we've maybe ever done. You want this, and you know what? You need this, because at the end of the day, if you want cooking to be fun, if you want to be more creative in the kitchen because you don't have to worry about the cleanup, literally nothing sticks to this. These are curated pieces. This actually sold out. It has almost 200 perfect reviews on hsn.com. It did not make it to prime time last year. So 5 world launch pieces basically boils down to what, like $10 a pan or less. They're not a bunch of tchotchkes, but they are in final call. Now remember, oven safe up to 450 degrees without the lid. A good portion of them fit in chef's air frying oven. Here's the latest, 100 only. Let me show you on that slate blue in this show. So I think without question, we could say that slate blue or blue slate will not make it to that last hour with chef. So here's the slate blue. Let me make sure, whoopsie, sorry. There's the blue slate. This is the turquoise. So you can kind of see the difference. So there's the blue slate or slate blue. There's the turquoise. We have the last 100. Okay, let me show you the reds. The reds are always the most popular. Lipstick, closed edition, robust, gotta get it red, 400 of you. If you are the next 400 people who join us, it is a closed edition. I'm gonna do this, keep the new pieces for myself, and then, you know, pay it forward because you can split up the set. Here it is in comparison with our number one, the original red. Allison, we only have, what, 1,500 of the original red as well? So if you want the last 1,500, give or take, on the original red, then do it. Now, on the white, and remember the white does stay white. You can bake, you can roast, you can sear. Now, the only pan that is not for your induction range is this brand new, sweet little griddle pan. I love this thing. There's the white. I think, Allison, will last 500, 600 on the white, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry, how many? 800, sorry, last 800 of that white. We also have, oops, oh, here's the black. Always an easy choice to make. And then let me show you the blue slate, or I'm sorry, the Curtis Stone Gray, which is also very popular here at HSN. We have the last 1,000 of that Curtis Stone Gray. So we are saying 3 minutes or sellout on the ruby red, the cherry red, or on that slate blue. 9x13 sheet pan, micro pan, roasting pan, 1.5 inch, beautiful cook and look colander lid with the pour spout on that saucepan, almost a 3-quart on that oversized saucepan. Here's the brand new, that deep, 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 that nice 11-inch roaster, just so gorgeous with those buffet handles. New 5-quart. There's your 9.5-inch fry pan, the better than 5-inch of the griddle, the new 11-inch griddle, free shipping. Actually, during this show, I'm actually posting, it's a pecan Christmas crack recipe where I used Chef's digital or his kinetic thermometer. So if you're making candy, candled apples, we're all cooking and baking for the season, you gotta get that. Chef, at the end of the day, this is performance cookware. And even though the price is great, these are the pieces that we'll have conceivably for a lifetime, won't we?
You're absolutely right. And how you get the flavor that I bring you is right here. I've got my spice mix. This is the grill collection. It's got the steakhouse blend, the blackening seasoning, the urban garlic, that says Mexican spice, but it shouldn't. We've got them mixed up. There's the flavors of the world kit and the grill kit. But anyway, we'll let you figure out which one you want. I've got the steakhouse blend, and I'm gonna hit my ribeyes here. Have a look at these gorgeous big ribeyes, by the way. I mean, they are giant steaks. Wait till you see the caramelization. Perfectly caramelized all the way through, both sides, every single time, right? Now, the reason I get that is because of how we build the cookware. Now, my filet mignons, these are the 2-ounce fillets. No oil or butter. I haven't put a drop of oil or butter in any of the cookware that I've been using, Shannon. And here's the deal. You want to make a healthy lifestyle choice? I said this earlier. If I was standing here saying, I can help you remove 21 cups of oil from your diet a year, 21 cups. You know how much that is? A tablespoon each time you cook, if you cook each night. 21 cups, it's 46,860 calories per year. By simply picking up the phone right now and switching to DuraPan, You get those 46,860 calories out of your diet, and you're choosing a wonderful lifestyle. Now, if I said to you I'm selling a pill that can remove 46,000 calories per year from your diet, I'd have a line of people with hundreds of dollars in their hand. You don't need it. All you need is the right cookware, and all you need is the right choices. You can get rid of these 21 cups of oil. I'm putting them all the way back here. You mentioned our air fryer, Shannon. You know you and I have the same love affair for this. Now, the bakeware pieces that you're getting, a lot of them will fit in, especially this beautiful little piece here. So have a look at that baked ziti. In fact, I'll turn it out for you just so you can see that absolutely nothing sticks. See that? I mean, how good is that? And of course, the cleanup is a real simple wipe out. You'll use a paper towel, but I'm gonna grab a towel here and just wipe that pan clean. I mean, spotless in seconds.
Spotless in seconds. And last call. We raised the price by over $70 at the stroke of midnight. We'll pay to send it to you. We will keep you up to date on the